Golly. Are you kidding me?
Present, share screen,
That's so ridiculous.
messenger.
I've already saw it. That's just ridiculous.
Okay.
So they jumped Texas to 4.
Let's
Really?
Make sure let's put this up here on the loan screen alone. We'll get it back where we can see AP. As of today, this is the new AP poll, and we'll chat about this for just a few minutes here. They like podcast listeners. They do like Georgia to be 1 with 55 number 1 votes. Michigan to be number 2. Florida State 3. Longhorns jump up to 4. They moved.
That's so ridiculous.
Where did they move from?
About 7 or 8 spots.
What were they? 8, 7?
No.
They were 7 or 8, wasn't they?
Thought they were like 10.
Maybe so. Well, that's the thing. When you beat Bama, this is,
That's still silly.
That's what happens when you.
I mean, you'll put them over USC, who's smoking everybody. Yeah, but I know they're not playing anybody.
They ain't playing nobody. That's the
problem. I guarantee you, they're just as good as Texas.
And that's right out of the top 4. That would be your match. If the playoffs started today, Georgia would play Texas. Michigan would play Florida State, which I would love to see those matchups.
They'd be very good.
And coming out of the top 4, number 5 leading the way is USC. Right behind in 6 is Ohio State. 7, Penn State. 8, Washington. Another Pac-12. And 9, Notre Dame. Independent or /ACC for football. Rounding out the top 10, your Alabama Crimson Tide falls out from 4 down to 10. They are leading the one-loss teams along. However, they are, of course, ranked above a lot of undefeated teams.
I didn't think that they would drop on that. I thought they would drop, obviously.
I had them at 10.
Did you have them at 10? Yeah. I thought 8 to 10 probably.
Well, they just played, it's the penalties, and they just don't look – they didn't dominate. Look, we just went through the Cherokee Eye Clinic eye test. They just – receiver and quarterback play goes to Texas. And then we found out in the game, offensive line protection went to Texas. Quinn Ewers clean, and Milroe run for his life all night. Like last year, like Bryce Young did. So the offensive line department was still there. And rounding out the top 10, Mason Rose, Tennessee Vols. So that's just the.
Let's see who some of the others are.
That's just the.
Oh, that's just the.
That's just what I got. I just did that to kind of look at, give some talk.
I'm not saying Texas shouldn't be ranked high, but I don't, come on, man.
What about? Man, I tell you honestly, I'm a little more on the Penn State train. I think I kind of like them a little better.
I think they're good.
And Wayne Notre Dame played this weekend. I know they played NC State. They got a time to be there. They may hang around in this. Look, they're keeping Bama at 10, so they still have a shot. If they win out, they can still, because you got to hope that some of these other teams, and they will, because some of
them play each other.
Yes, Ohio State is going to play Penn State, okay, and Washington will play USC, and Alabama will play Tennessee, and and Ohio State will play Michigan, and you would assume if it makes it that far, Alabama would play Georgia for the conference championship. So this is all going to work itself out. But what's interesting here, Dean? Tell me about your ACC teams. Where are they at?
Well, you got Florida State in there, and that's it.
Notre Dame. Well, they're independent, but for football, they're considered ACC.
But they don't stick them in that championship game.
Right. So Florida State. Where's Clemson?
Nowhere. They dropped them way back. I
think they're like 17 or something.
Duke's. I thought Duke might. Well,
they did. They're
15, 14.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they had them in there too.
Yeah, Clemson's still ranked in the top 25, though, right?
I think so.
I think Ole Miss should be coming up some. And, of course, Miami's going to break in that top 25. Oh, yeah, the NFL started today. Falcons won.
They did?
Yes. Duke's 22. Really?
Clemson 23, Duke 22, Miami 21, Colorado 20, Ole Miss 19, Oklahoma 18, 17, North Carolina, Oregon State 16, K-State 15, LSU drops to 14. Brian Kelly's offense put up more than 70 points in a nice rout over Grambling State, but it was not enough. Oregon takes care of business.
See, I don't agree with Utah. Oregon
Utah
not being
12.
ranked over Utah. Why would Oregon not be ranked over Utah?
Utah, well, they're Pac-12 champs. Until they led to the fourth quarter touchdowns drive from defense held firm against Baylor's last second efforts, moving to 2-0 without Cam Rising on the field. That's why. You win without your starting QB. And Bo Nix says, Texas Tech had a dramatic pick six by the Ducks to put up some points and put it out of reach for good. Bo Nix led a 20-3 scoring run in the fourth quarter after trailing Texas Tech.
27-18. Yeah. I didn't know it was all in the fourth.
Yeah. They got Alabama at 8. Penn State at 7. USC 6. Ohio State 5. Texas 4. Florida State 3. Michigan and Georgia. McCarthy was 22 for 25, over 300 yards as they played the junior college of West Michigan Central State.
I'm surprised they didn't bump Texas to 1. I'm sure somebody has.
That's the Bama effect, man. People's got to slow down all that.
Yeah.
Where was Tennessee 11 on this poll that we had here, Mason? They had them at 11, and the other one had them at 11 too.
Yeah, they were 11 on both.
Yeah, Bama was 9 on one and 10 on the other, which that's fine. That's okay. I'm not.
They'll probably crack that top 10 if they beat Florida. Well, I don't know. Somebody's got to lose though, and somebody in the top 10 will lose more than likely.
Thank you, Jeff. We appreciate it. Says Nebraska has been irrelevant. Yeah, I know they have. They just have.
Yeah, but they still have bad luck too. Nothing goes their way. The other team fumbles, they get it back.
They just ain't living right, man. They need Jesus. Something's going on.
Yeah. I mean, it's awful.
Get behind me, Satan.
It's awful to watch. It's bad.
Well,
I mean,
lost how many 1-point games?
20 in 5 years. Or one score.
One score 20 times in 5 years.
20 times.
20 goes into 4 times. So that's 4 games. That's more than a third.
That's 4 times a year.
More than a third of their games because they only play 10, 12.
I think they played 50. About 48.
Yeah.
In 12.
Yeah,
in 4
counting
years.
the bowl games when they made them.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they made one.